The real beauty of this Ayurvedic approach to cooking and food is supposed to be that it actually makes everything simpler. So when you practice it over time, it actually makes you less agitated in your mind rather than more agitated and more overwhelmed. So my background with food is I have always been very stressed, confused and agitated around food, and I guess it's sort of been my way of trying to control my life, my body, my weight, all these things that we try to control in our lives. And through learning about Ayurveda, I was just able to let go of all of the baggage I've collected about the information about everything over the years of what might work, what might not work, what's healthy for me, what isn't healthy for me. I was just able to let it all go, which meant that now I feel completely relaxed around food, and therefore my relationship with food has completely changed, my relationship with my body has completely changed, my body's relationship with itself has completely changed, and it's just been an incredibly overall liberating experience. I also wanted to say that we have a lot of baggage these days, probably more than ever before, because there are all these new approaches to eating that weren't even there 5 years ago, not that we'd heard of. So there's the raw food, there's the alkaline, high protein, low carb, no fructose, no gluten, no dairy, etc, etc, etc.
Type diets, Paleolithic diets.
Yeah, so what we're teaching here is not so that you start thinking, oh okay, so I have to eat something that's warm, light, slightly oily, alkaline, no fructose, low GI. The idea here is to go, I just have to eat something that's warm, light and slightly oily. Stop. So that you can let go of all of that. And I feel that my job as a nutrition researcher is kind of what I do, and then I write about it, is to research all these other ways of eating, see what their limitations are and maybe what their benefits are, and then work with Stephen to maybe incorporate some of that information into the Ayurvedic way of cooking. But in my experience, everyone I've researched so far, Ayurveda already encompasses it. You look at an Ayurvedic diet, it is low alkaline. You look at an Ayurvedic diet, it is low GI. Sorry?
It's not low alkaline, but just alkaline.
It is alkaline, yeah. And it's also, low in processed sugar as well. So with all of these approaches, the reason why people feel better on them is because all of them require you to eat less processed food. And if you look at the human body and diets all over the globe, the human body is designed to do okay on a vast variety of diets. The only diet that it doesn't do okay on is a Western processed food diet, and that's because it's not real food, and it's full of, because they've taken all the fat out of the food, they then had to fill it with lots of sugar and lots of salt. So it's just not good for us. So the Ayurvedic diet, again, is a movement away from the processed food, just towards simple home cooking. But the difference between this diet and all of those other ones is it takes your digestion into account as well, first and foremost. So therefore, you're not going to go wrong. Whereas with all those other diets, you can get too fanatical, you can get too extreme, you can misinterpret them, you can maybe not research them thoroughly enough, not understand why you're doing them, and you can go astray very easily. But if it always comes back to digestion, you're not going to hurt yourself and you're going to improve your health. So Ayurveda is not about elimination. We don't eliminate anything except processed foods over time. We try to decrease our consumption of those. All of the heavy foods we talked about yesterday, we both eat them all, but not all of the time. And we prepare them in a way that makes them a little bit lighter and easier to digest. So I hope that's reassured you a little bit.